Yeah.
And last but not least, we all struggle. This is another book that I put out.
Oh, so he just creating everything.
Yeah, it's called 10 Ways Not to Commit Suicide. And this talks about my depression, my anxiety, my low self-esteem, my alcohol abuse. So we all go through stuff. And, you know, you're all down to yourself. This is just to let you know that it's okay not to be okay. We all have feelings. All of your feelings are okay, and all of those feelings make you who you are. I don't want you to let those feelings not to let you continue to exist. Sometimes when you're going through something, it's good to talk about it. Do not be ashamed. I'm one of the greatest rappers ever. Here's some advice to anybody going through anything. If you remove guilt and shame, you remove the pain. And if you don't let people know how you feel, whether good or bad, you will never heal. One of my most important abilities up here of what I represent, outside of being a mighty king of rock on a microphone, is I'm living, breathing proof that you could beat and defeat whatever it is that you're struggling up against. I just read something. Stan Lee created the characters in Marvel, the different characters in the different situations, so that you can see yourselves being victorious in your real, everyday lives.
Absolutely. Oh! Everybody give it up. All right. Now it's your time to shine. We're going to kick it to the audience. If you have any questions, this is your time. I know y'all got to have questions. He's teacher right there.
Well, when you did Walk This Way with Aerosmith, what was it like combining rap and rock?
Oh, that was crazy now. That's a great question. When we sat down to do Walk This Way, we didn't sit down and say, we're going to become pioneers and geniuses for combining rap and rock. Before rap records was made, the DJ used to have to find break beats for the MC to say their raps over. That means the DJ used to have to find spots in records where there was no singing so we could say our little rhymes and our little raps. In those crates, before 1979 when Rapper's Delight dropped, in those crates was a lot of James Brown funky drummer beats. James Brown always had a funky drummer break for the MC to run his mouth. In those crates were a lot of disco records. Y'all remember disco? Some of you older guys in here remember disco died overnight and everybody was like disco stuff. So they threw disco out, but hip hop said, hell no. Another man's trash is another man's treasure. We took those disco records and found the breaks and we good times. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Rappers like it, just good times. Funk always had a breakbeat, and R&B always had a breakbeat. But way back in the 70s, in those crates were a lot of rock. Walk This Way was in the crate. Rush's Tom Sawyer was in the crate. Queen's We Will Rock You. A myriad of rock songs was in the crate. Nobody talked about it because people was thinking, okay, only white people do rock and only black people do hip hop. That was what they was thinking. But they didn't know that we was already using the rock records before Run DMC even thought of doing it. Grandmaster Flash did it, Grandmaster Theodore did it,
Right.
Cool Herc did it, and this and that. So, fast forward, we make the records now. So we come into the rap game and everybody's sampling what they sampling and stuff like that. Me being a kid that wanted to be different because I like cartoons and I think my superpowers different from everybody else. I was like, yo, Running Jake, nobody's making rap songs. So Walk This Way it's a tongue twister. Walk This Way isn't the first rock rap record. The first rock rap record was Rock Box, which was the first rap song on MTV in '84.
Wow.
Then in '85, we did King of Rock.
Right.
Then in '86,
this
happened. We was like, yo, we were successful with Rock Box. We were successful with King of Rock. I think the black people, because we wasn't thinking about the white people. We think the black people like this rock and roll stuff.
Yeah.
So let's sample. I didn't even know the record was called Walk This Way. We only knew the record with the toys on the cover and play number 4. Because remember, the DJs used to scratch out the titles so the rival DJs couldn't see what you was playing on the turntable. So I was like, yo, Jay, get the record with the toys on the cover and play number 4. So we was going to sample it. It was going to go. So we was going to loop it. You ain't going to hear no singing. So I remember my rhyme. I was supposed to go. I'm DMC, because we started in '83. I was supposed to go, I'm DMC in a place to be. DMC, I've been rhyming on a mic since '83. I'm the best MC in history. There will never be an MC better than me. And then Run was supposed to come like, y'all stop. I'm T.A. Run and I'm number one. Here to get done and have some fun. So that's how the record was going to go. At the time, how many of y'all know who Rick Rubin is?
Yeah.
One of the greatest producers in the history of all music. He was producing us at that time because he was working on Beastie Boys, rest in peace MC8, Beastie Boys License to Ill album. Remember that album?
Yeah.
So Rick walks in the studio and Rick goes, yo guys, y'all should make the record over. So we thinking from a limited hip hop mentality. It's like, Rick, what do you think we're gonna do? We're gonna sample it and we're gonna rob it. But then Rick goes, nah man, do the record over the way the band originally did it. So we was like, if we do that, then they're gonna hear us rhyme. He said, that the rhyme's not important, this and that. He said, do the record over the way the band originally did it. So with a little reluctance, we did it. But Rick took it a step further. He went to Boston and brought Steven Tyler and Aerosmith into the session.
Wow.
Because he saw something. He said, now imagine this, if we would have did Walk This Way, Just Me and Run,
Right.
it would have been, yo, remember that record? But by doing it with them. See, it's always that thing of doing it with the other people.
Right.
Inclusive. See, right now, hip hop is doing this. Everybody's
diversified.
But it's not rising. Because we need to stop fighting and start working together.
Right.
So Rick said, if the black hip hoppers get together with the black rockers, the white rockers, something's good gonna happen. And just by having that little sense of foresight, he put hip hop and rock together.
Right.
He put black people and white together.
Right.
And Kid Rock says, Run DMC and Aerosmith had a baby, I popped out. Korn, Limp Bizkit, Rage Against the Machine. It gave birth to this thing that the white people and black people were already doing. Think about that. But when we did it, when we visually showed it in a video, in a song, in a book, in a poem, or a work of art, the world realized we were already those things. So the whole motivation behind Walk This Way was to sample Walk This Way and talk about how good I am on the mic. But Rick took it to a different place where he made a change in community, culture, art, life, and in business.
Absolutely.
So, crazy move. So, if Rick can say, do Walk This Way over with Steven Tyler and Run DMC, imagine what you could do with your idea that you're so worried about is that people are going to like it. And here's the other thing. We didn't care if anybody liked it or not. Because we was going to perform it because we made it.
Wow. That's how you got to do. Believe in yourself first.
Do you have any